All right, my people, once again I welcome you to my channel. This is your YouTube channel that gives you the back-to-back news and information on things happening in Biafra land. Please subscribe to this channel and make sure you turn on your notifications so that you too can get notified whenever we drop our spanking news. Yes, another matter I carry come for you today. Simon Èkpá don't roast them, the deputy speaker Kalu, over the statement he made concerning the seat at home, where he said the seat at home won't lead to Nnamdi Kanu's release. Una know the Prime Minister of Bridge, Simon Èkpá, the controversial Prime Minister and the fearless and powerful, Prime Minister of Bridge. You can call him whatever you feel. You can say whatever you want to say concerning him. But the reality is that Simon Èkpá has proven, to be a powerful man, and he has proven to be a thorn in the flesh of these Fulani stooges and these people who have bastardized and caused all kinds of atrocity in Biafran land. The reality be say when they do their gra finish, Simon Èkpá go carry them, put them where they belong. And once again, he don't put the deputy speaker where he belong. But before we go to the reaction of Simon Èkpá, in as much as we'll give the news on what the deputy speaker said. But before we go to the reaction of Simon Èkpá, other people also, have been reacting. The indigenous people, Biafra, also reacted to that comment. So many people actually reacted to the comment. Some supported, why some lambasting. But the reality is that, Simon Èkpá will always be the person he is. He's a straightforward person, and that is why a lot of people have actually been having issue with him, because they hide in mouth. He go tell you as he be, give you fact. If you still want to do gra, he go order in wonderful and gallant soldiers to take over. But straight to the point, Simon Èkpá roast the deputy speaker, and straight to Simon Ekpa's comment on his S handle, formerly known as Twitter. He came out and he said, in his words, he tweeted, "Tell this idiot that if he speaks nonsense again, we will ban him from his village, and he will never enter his village until we declare Biafra." Who told these Kalu that it is only to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, #MNK. We are sitting at home. You don't represent anybody in Biafran land. If you think we are joking, say anything again about Biafra. Kachineke Pogoko. See this one, oh, is it your turn now? And that particular comment has actually brought a lot of reactions concerning what Simon Èkpá said. But the reality is that this deputy speaker Kalu is not in the right position to tell anybody in Biafran land what should happen or what shouldn't happen. The reality is that they all failed. And when I mean they all failed, they no get mouths. None of them, from A to Z, Hitoto, they have no mouth in Biafran land. They no suppose they cough, when the issue of Biafra is actually, or Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is actually brought out. Because now these same people, now them still find way, gather, do their damadama, put Mazi Nnamdi Kanu where in day currently. And these are the same people that have been fighting against the Biafran struggle, the same people that have been fighting Èkpá, the same people that have been always been fighting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, even despite the fact that they managed to put him under the DSS custody. So him coming out, to tell Biafrans what will work in the southeastern part of the country, whether sit at home will lead to the release of Nnamdi Kanu or not, is none of his business. Make him go sit down one place. Mama Chineke Apoyoko, Simon Èkpá, take talk am. Straight to the news of wetin the deputy speaker Kalu talk. Make we hear wetin he really talk wey warrant Simon Èkpá to lambast am like this. Make we hear him own part of the story. Sit at home won't lead to Nnamdi Kanu's release. Deputy Speaker Kalu speaks out. The Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, Benjamin Kalu, has said again, I'm twisting the federal government through sit at home wouldn't lead to the release of Nnamdi Kanu, leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. Kalu said the Southeast was shooting itself in the foot by threatening to burn down the region if the federal government refused to release Kanu. The Deputy Speaker said this during an interactive section with newsmen in his Bende country home. He said that although the leadership of the Southeast had made several efforts for Kanu's release, the efforts of some amounted to playing to the gallery. To get Kanu released is not about how much you talk about it in the pages of the newspaper or television. It needs strategic thinking and strategic steps to get it done. Many thought that by arm twisting the federal government through sit at home every Monday through violence and destruction, the federal government would immediately release Kanu, but that is not the case, he said. You can never arm twist the federal government, but you can dialogue. The houses you are shooting are in the Southeast. When you say, if you don't release Kanu, the people will sit at home and not go to work. People are going to work in Lagos. People are going to work in Kanu. People are going to work in Sokoto and other parts of the country, he said. And finally, in his word, he said, so who are you shooting at? It's like a man shooting his leg and taking accolades for it. And this is the greatest level of folly, he said. And with this word, you agree with me that he was actually referring to Simon, the Prime Minister of Britain, Simon Èkpá. But realistically, the sit at home actually, in as much as the major agenda of the sit at home, is for the release of Nnamdi Kanu, but truly the sit at home is not only for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. You will agree with me on that, because a lot of things have actually shown and a lot of things have actually proven that the sit at home is not only for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. Simon Èkpá has been very, very clear about the sit at home, and he has made it clear in such a way that he has told the people, he has raised his voice, to let the world know that the sit at home is also, for the freedom. It's just to tell the Nigerian government, to let them know that the people are not happy in this so-called contraption called Nigeria, and let Nigerian government fix a date, for a referendum to take place. And apart from the issue of Simon Èkpá, coming out to also say this is a civil disobedience, so that the people will also know that we want the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, to be released as quickly as possible. Having said that, Benjamin Kalu coming out to claim or say some certain things, about what should be done in Biafran land is not right, because these are the same people who have not spoken for a very long time. Do not forget that a lot of innocent people in southeastern part of the country have been killed on daily basis. Look at the massacre in Imo State that happened, that the governor himself even orchestrated. This same Benjamin Kalu, the deputy speaker, have not come up to say anything about it. Or do you want to talk about the one that innocent people who were only agitating harmlessly? They were not with any arm. They were agitating peacefully were killed in Abia State. A lot of them. In fact, talking about that matter, do you know that that matter has been swept under the carpet and nobody is saying anything about it? Benjamin Kalu, or whatever his name is, did not come out to speak ill, against the federal government for committing for committing such a heinous crime against the Biafran race. Now he's coming out to lambast the sit at home, a move that has actually been working. In fact, this is the only strategic move that has been touching or shaking the federal government. And that is why, despite all said and done, Simon Èkpá is not ready to drop it. And that's what the matter be. You don't hear the news, we will carry on for you. One thing you are sure, say you gonna get here for this YouTube channel, not only updated news, back-to-back news and information as it is hot, as it happen for Biafran land. We're gonna give them to you back-to-back. But waiting you guys they do now to make sure, say, you self they updated with this news by first of all subscribing, and also do not forget to turn on your notification always so that you can get notified whenever we drop our spanking news. Thank you once again, beautiful people, for joining us on this wonderful YouTube channel.